Oops. Okay, am I on Twitch and YouTube? I should go look. YouTube first. I am live. Let me bring up the chat window over here. Sweet. Okay, and then let me look at Twitch. It's not my username anymore. I am now Lazy Laser 97. Perfectly cromulent name for a cromulent age. Okay, see my own channel. I am here. All right, sweet. All right, so this is doing multi-streaming, and we're gonna play Elite Dangerous. Because I am so freaking lost in space. I'm gonna try to find my way back to a DSA carrier and probably head to the bubble. The bubble is human civilization in the vicinity of Earth. So let's take a look at where I am, because I'm nowhere near the planet. Let's get up to speed too. Okay. Where am I? Lazy Laser 97. Orin Vex. Nicholas Welp. This is where Earth is. This is called the bubble. It's really the densest part of human civilization. Anywhere outside of this region is really, really empty of humans. Void, if you will. And look how dense the galaxy is. This game does a wonderful job of representing the density of the galaxy. You get into a spiral arm, there's lots of stars to jump between. But in my journey, sometimes I end up in some pretty hard to jump spaces. Where am I? I forget. Let me go look. Okay, yeah. That blue thing is, I'm trying to go from this blue thing to the yellow thing. So I'm jumping in between the spiral arms. And it doesn't look like much, but it's definitely less dense here. And it's harder to find predictable jumps. And my vehicle is not a very cutting edge one, because I was kind of a new player when this expedition started, and I was already at A star. I had insanely made my way to Sagittarius and A star before, or was it Sagittarius A star? I think A star, I thought it was a, let's go look. This game's pretty good about modeling real life famous phenomena. Sagittarius A star is not the center, is not the Great Annihilator. That's right. Okay, so that's the deal. Sagittarius A star is very close to the Great Annihilator, and it has black holes, but it is not the Great Annihilator. But yeah, it was so much easier navigating in the center of the galaxy, where neutron stars were very dense and packed together. Neutron stars can help you jump further. So they call it the neutron highway, jumping from neutron star to neutron star. Let's get going. 438 jumps to go. Dope. Let's go fast.
Cannot comply.
Did I map this solar system? I did not. Do I care? I kind of do. That's right.
Cannot comply. Frameshift drive charging. 4,
I'm in the presence of a red dwarf. From what I've read, these red dwarfs might last 1,000,000,000 years. Many of them have a life expectancy on the order of 1,000,000,000 years. I'm going to go to my planetary scanner and search for heavenly bodies orbiting this star. I do like to catalog all the places I go, but I don't know if I can really do it for 438 jumps because I want to reach a DSA carrier. And I'm either going to go even further out just so it's in my record, because it'll be a record of how far I've been from Earth, and being, 100,000 light years away from Earth is quite an accomplishment in this game even. But you also get a lot of money for documenting, especially biologicals. If I find planets with life forms on them, and I can land on that planet. There are Earth-like worlds too, but yet my ship is not capable of landing on them. No ship in the game yet is. I think one day that'll be a beautiful update. Elite Dangerous is a little less cartoony. In fact, I would say it's a lot less cartoony than what do they call it? No Man's Sky. I like No Man's Sky. I think it's really pretty and cool, but the biology in it is kind of cartoonish. Here's dinosaurs with fins on their neck. It kind of makes sense. I believe in something called convergent evolution. It's not a faith thing. It's just a biological pressure with economic constraints leads to predictable outcomes, including things like a dinosaur. Because when the plants are hard to digest, if they're very woody, for example,
System scan complete.
you need a big fat belly to digest the plant material so that bacteria can ferment, basically, and ultimately you end up actually digesting the bacteria. But that means you have to have a huge tummy, and that huge tummy
Drive charging.
is the driving force that made the dinosaurs so gigantic back in that era. Nowadays, plants are actually easier to eat. 10 million years ago is when grass started to come about. There wasn't grass in the age of dinosaurs. But even with grass, horses, cows still need very big digestive systems to process that food. Anyway, so I think the first edition of plant life is probably very hard to digest, like woody things, and it's very likely that herbivore animals on land will ultimately look like dinosaurs at some point in the planet's history before grass evolves with C4 type photosynthesis, which takes like 30 mutations to get to. So grass is something that evolves well after trees do. Okay, what am I doing? Let's ping this system. Alright, just a bunch of icy worlds. It's still possible for there to be life forms on these worlds, but they're usually not worth very much money. And I'm not going to land for like a $1 million prize because I have too many star systems to go.
System scan complete.
Oops, wrong button.
Frameshift drive charging.
Orin Vex, documenting the universe. Man, so many brown dwarfs, red dwarfs out here.
System scan complete.
Really? This whole sector I'm traveling through has had really low mass star systems.
Frameshift drive charging.
Low mass means less to discover, almost always. High mass star systems have more interesting things. I like to get above the solar plane. I think I often have a better point of view. Sometimes a star will prevent you from seeing what's behind it. So I zoom away, make the star small, but also I like to go up so I get a full look at the whole solar plane.
Body 7. Neon atmospheric landable.
Why would it even tell me that? The other planets were landable. I'm basically looking at the top right of the screen to see if there's features, if there's biological features, namely. I don't even remember what it's called. There's the bubble. The bubble's where most human civilization is. There is a colony area, though, that is in sort of the galactic southwest of the core, but very far northwest from Earth. I've never been to Earth, by the way. As soon as I started the game, I didn't know what I was doing, and I turned on silent mode, and that started my vehicle heating up to dangerous levels. And then my ship exploded, and I think I was arrested for causing disorder in the space station. And then I immediately was like sent away like 60 light years away, and that was the closest I ever got to Earth.
System
Body 5.
scan complete.
Neon atmospheric landable with life.
Okay, this looks like it's just a bacteria growth. It has a pretty low value bacterium. On the other hand, it's pretty low value bacterium. It's not worth the risk. You know, if I have to do 400 star jumps, I don't really need to land on every planet with. So that would be worth 5 million if I actually went and landed on it, because I would be the first to ever scan it. This button.
Frameshift drive
And it's really gratifying when you get to scan like a $20 million biological. But the 1 millions with so many star jumps ahead of me, just not into it. I might need to like find a way to ignore brown dwarfs, because I'm sick of going to brown dwarfs. There's so many of them. They're gonna name a brown dwarf after me, a red dwarf. I forget if they're called brown dwarfs, red brown dwarfs, something like that. But they're stars that are barely bigger than Jupiter, and they never really get cooking at their full temperature like our star did. And they're probably gonna burn for like 1 trillion years. Our own sun has like a lifespan on like 5 billion years or something. When it takes this long, that suggests maybe the server's having issues. Oh, come on, Elite Dangerous, pull on through. Uh-oh. Yeah, this seems like it's gonna bounce. Probably a lot of players on right now. It's not that they need the servers for me to generate this, but the servers play a role of adjudicating where I'm actually at. My computer actually generates the star system based on their seed data. They have a very clever algorithm for generating planets and star systems. Yeah, so there, I finally got kicked. Mav adder usually means I think the server's super busy, but it fixes right away. Like, what would have made that better is if it bounced me faster. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. It's kind of got that music like Coraline. Where am I? Okay, I'm here. I made it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Seriously, how many brown dwarfs do I have to fly by? All right, let's do the bare minimum. I think I'm almost disappointed. There's nothing, that there's not nothing here.
Body 2. Neon atmospheric landable with life.
That one's worth checking out.
May host a new personal codex entry.
Now, there's only one life form on this planet, but there's 3 possibilities of what type of life form it is. All 3 are bacteria, but one of those bacteria is worth $5 million. And because I'll be the first, it'll be $25 million.
Body 3. Neon-rich atmospheric landable.
What's going on?
Body
I didn't
1.
realize that those little glow
Neon
spots,
atmospheric landable.
those little glow spots are kind of tricking me, huh? I actually thought those glow spots were going to be spot on to the target. I'm really interested in gas giants. If I can find a green gas giant, I would be famous forever inside this game. Not super famous, but I get my name in an important ledger, which is pretty neat. There's at least one person that would remember it. The resident green gas giant, whom I think goes by the username Arsenic on Discord. I guess I should post this stream.
System scan complete.
Command copy. I think they got a place to post streams, right? Do, 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 do. They do not. Oh, let's go to the other. Go to the big Elite Dangerous message board. I would like to get back to the bubble so that I can participate in some of these other aspects of the game. Like, what are squadrons? I do not know. Maybe no one wants to stream. Oh well. Days since FDev stayed. What? Don't be so cynical. Official co-pilots. Oh, your pets. Yes, I should post a picture of my dog. Alright, no one wants to watch me do this, so... Alright. I think I found everything I came for, right? Let's see if I can improve my navigation. Alright, you can stop that. Just get back to the plot. Alright, what do you mean no route set? This is one of those times where the mouse becomes really handy. That's not true. That's so frustrating because it actually it was working as a route earlier, and now there's a lot of players on the game, and now it doesn't work. Do you see what I mean? Like the router is much less performant. So I just got to get about halfway there. All right, now it would be sweet if I didn't have to look at brown giants all the time. Okay, I don't actually know how to use an FSD boost. I should figure that out. See, I don't think that yellow marker, I don't think it's actually moved at all. That was the route I was following. I just wanted to see if I could recalculate it. And now it says I can't even look at it. That's not good. If I really wanted to go fast, I would use, I think Astro ED has a much better routing system, but it's only going to take you by star systems that have, oh shoot, why cancel? I forgot. I want to go to this planet. The one with life. Oh, come on, which one is it? To read this. It says 8-2. Can I land on it? I thought you had to have the atmospheric shell. What is its air pressure? Surface. It has 0 atmosphere, even though it kind of lists itself as having a full atmosphere in the graphics. But a air pressure of 0. Go like this for a little while. If I put it on Super Cruise, it'll slow down. I do think that music's very reminiscent to the introduction of Star Trek Next Generation. It changes quickly, but the opening melody seems like it's right from the beginning of the Star Trek Next Generation. Wait, what am I doing? Slow down. There we go. I hadn't played in a little while, and I was feeling very rusty when I was trying to use my controls. This is a hard game when you don't know what the buttons do. I am glad I figured that out. Very dark. I mean, I guess I was pretty far away from the star. Still, where am I? That star is just that dim.
Surface scanned by
That one was too close. Did not take up enough surface area. Oh, there we go.
Body 2.
scan complete.
May host a new personal codex entry.
It doesn't know. Dang it. And it's dark. Hopefully the other side of the planet is a little more sunny. I'm just hoping to get some sunlight so I can land on a planet that isn't totally dark. It's pretty difficult to find the bacteria if you don't have good light because it blends more in with the terrain than other life forms do. Alright, there is a glimmer of light on this world.
Orbital flight engaged.
There we go. I gotta tell you, on the sunny side of this planet, there's not a whole lot of bacteria compared to the other place we were. The other side of the planet seemed more thick with it. So that blue glow is the byproduct of my detailed surface scanner, DSS. And the depth of color shows me the likelihood of encountering a life form there. Alright, what is my bearing? 257? That's almost due west. I'm going to stick at 257, because if I go in a straight line from here, I should stay in the green area, or the more likely bluish teal area. And it would be pretty easy to get into the brown area where there's less life forms. Also, this part of the planet looks dark again. I must have overshot the lit surface, unfortunately. Oh, there's green. I didn't think I'd see any green texture. So pretty soon we'll see the actual color. Yeah, there's no light here. God, is that the actual lit surface? It looks like that. Alright, I gotta slow down.
Landing gear deployed.
Man, I'm looking at my fuel. And suddenly I'm very concerned. You think that's a fuel star? No. I'm over here. My next jump should be a fuel star. Okay, good. I don't... Oh, I forgot there was mineral geological stuff here. That's actually kind of good because I can pick up some minerals. And minerals help me repair stuff. For example, I'll need to refuel my car. And boy, it sucks if you run out of gas. This isn't like you just run out of gas and you refuel it. The whole car explodes.
Low gravity warning.
Alright. Always turn off the lights. Night vision can help though. Night vision is especially valuable for things that aren't bacteria, because bacteria is just hard to see no matter what you do. But it highlights the outline, the silhouette of other biological life forms. It makes them easier to see. I'm looking for a mineral. There it is. Go shoot that. Yeah, this is a cold, cold star system. Alright, how do I do that? Oops. If one of these buttons, I could do, not that one, come on. Alright, I'll just have to manually do this.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Ah, that. Now I remember how to do it.
Retracted.
Perfect. Alright, how do I turn on night vision that easily?
Cargo scoop deployed. Cargo scoop retracted. Ship dismissed.
Didn't mean to dismiss the ship already. Oops. Yikes. When I shot that, I think the geyser caught it. So that thing just floated way up into the sky and out of my range. It might not even come down if this planet has a low enough gravity. Theoretically. Oh, that sucks. Alright. I don't think I like this planet. It's cold and it's dark. And it's bacteria. I'm not convinced bacteria is really worth looking for. Oops.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Can I get it without having to shoot it? I think I have to shoot it. It's just the rules. It has to be shot.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Now, will that geyser take it away again before I get a chance to shoot it?
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
20 Kelvin. Man, that's some of the lowest I've ever had. 20 Kelvin is crazy. This is the second planet from the star.
Handbrake is on.
There we go. All right.
Retracted.
That is a big boy. 20 Kelvin is truly, truly remarkably cold.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
I'll use the gunfire to keep myself warm. Think about how suicidal that is. If I shot this and it reflected and hit me and took my suit down, I should wear my shields while I do this.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Alright, I haven't seen any...
Cargo scoop retracted. Handbrake is on. Ship recalled.
I think I'm too vulnerable to actually go and ride these geysers. You can take a geyser and just kind of shoot up into the air. It's pretty fun.
Temperature detected.
But I'm so vulnerable and in the middle of nowhere. I'm on board. Hitting all the wrong buttons.
Ship dismissed.
Dang it,
Cargo
wrong
scoop
button.
deployed.
Alright.
Cargo scoop retracted.
It's gonna take a minute for the ship to come back.
Warning. Extremely low temperature detected.
Where did it go? Tell me it didn't float into the geyser. Dang it.
Handbrake is on. Ship recalled.
Alright, I'm just gonna get out of here. I don't think it's worth sticking around anymore. You're going so fast. Kelvin world. Oops. I'll do a quick scan flying, see if I see any bacteria. But this really doesn't seem like the kind of place that would have bacteria. You like wide open flat surfaces, kind of like that actually. Alright, let's get out of here.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
I have to get away from the planet before I can turn around and face my target. Something like 1,000 kilometers would be good. Pilot needs another drink. Alright, we're at almost 2,000 kilometers. Oh, it's literally on the other side of the planet. Dang it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Here's to a happy refueling. Alright, good place to get some solar corona. Now this is the less aggressive way to fuel scoop, just kind of spiraling on the top of the surface. You can be more aggressive. It's a little easier if you put up the GUI that shows you the orbit radius, like the radius or the place you would be if you were orbiting the star. It's a GUI element. I actually forget what button turns it on, but you can be kind of lazy and just do what I'm doing and refuel at a pretty good clip with very little risk. Although my heat is gaining. You got to keep your heat ideally below 80%. Overheating will definitely destroy your ship. Dipped it a little too far out. Go a little further away, cool off. All right, temperature's dropping again.
Fuel tank complete.
Okay, cut the engines. Let's go look for planets. See if there's anything particularly interesting. Alright, there's no gas giants here, that's for sure. Hard to know if I did the whole loop. If I should start looking out of the orbit. Yeah. There.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Grab. Uno momento. How did I not set up all this pause screen in the past? I'm sure I have done it. Just make yourself big and not so ugly. That ain't what I was thinking of. Alright. I think I got an easier method. I'll just get into orbit.
Fuel scoping.
Might as well refuel. Is this a Class K star? Or is it just a very... I'll have to look up its index code. The in-game star classification system's pretty good, accurate to real life, but there are some discrepancies, and I think some of that's just because the game came out originally 10 years ago, and since that time they've actually advanced knowledge of the stars and come up with further classifications. At least that's my excuse. What the hell am I looking at? It's a class F star. But for some reason the GPU isn't handling it. There are gas. There's at least one gas giant here. Oh,
Body 7. Meets
a
mapping
water
criteria.
world. Waterworld is not a gas giant.
Body 5. Meets mapping criteria.
I don't know what meeting mapping criteria means. That is a plugin I'm using. I love it for bioinsights, but some of the other stuff it says, I'm not sure what it intends me to understand. Like, okay, I don't have to map a water world. Okay, I can understand that. But these high metal content worlds would deserve mapping, I think.
Body 6. Meets mapping criteria. System discovery complete. First body to map is 6.
I don't know why it would say that. I ain't mapping these planets.
Frameshift drive
I will be back. Maybe I should wait for the jump. Yes, I think I should. Ah, another red dwarf. Ah, shit. My camera. Is my camera destroyed? Oh, the pain of having cables. Alright, so here I am at a red dwarf. I don't care for it. Ten planets I probably don't care about. Yes, I spoke truly. Alright, so here's what I'll do. Let's go into orbit. We'll just look at it. I wonder what those white spots are. I'm gonna go grab a snack. She'll be back. Alright, I am making tamales. Wow, look at that solar flare. It's beautiful. Alright, got myself some tamales. The wise pilot indeed travels with such good food stores. That thing looks like it's gonna give me cancer, man. Alright. Alright, let's just go. Won't even map this solar system.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
3?
Warning, temperature critical.
Whoa. I think I almost pulled down into the star. That was stupid. But this is a good refuel star. I might as well refuel every time I can. Because some of these places are just one brown dwarf after another.
Fuel scooping complete.
Class M star. No, I just wanted to zoom in. It's a dwarf orbiting binary dwarf stars with the class M. Okay. Interesting.
Frameshift drive charging.
like another red dwarf. I'm just pinging and going. I guess I'll look. Alright, they're all not anything interesting to me. I could tell by the radar band that there wasn't going to be any gas giants, and it looked like all ice planets.
Frameshift drive charging.
Got my co-pilot here. You are not allowed to have my tamales.
Fuel scooping.
This is a bigger star system than usual. Go ahead and refuel.
Fuel scooping complete.
Hmm. So it looks like there's 3 stars here. Let's get a little distance out.
Body of 10. Neon atmospheric landable. Body of 9. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
It's, you know, a $4.6 million bacteria, but it's an ice planet. There's no gas giants here. Hmm.
Body of 2A. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Okay, it's making it hard for me to walk away entirely. If it has tubus, that's like a $12 million. Yeah, I gotta go there. Help finance my adventures. Alright, let's find the rest of these planets.
Body of 1. Ammonia atmospheric landable with life.
Why does this thing resize
Has high
itself?
biological value.
Is that what you call high biological value? It's still lower than the other one. Oh wait, one of these could be worth 20 million. Oh wait! This one definitely is worth 20 million. Okay, we're definitely going here first. This one has the most value. Alright, let's find some more planets. Alright, my ambitious dog, what are you doing?
Body of 5. Neon-rich atmospheric landable.
Yes, build clusters. How satisfying.
Body of 6. Neon-rich atmospheric landable.
I don't think I'll be able to see that one. Oh, I got it.
Body of 7. Neon-rich atmospheric landable.
System scan complete.
All right, we're gonna land on this planet. Get some of the life forms scanned from it. Oh. What? Where am I heading? Overshot it.
Surface scanned by.
A little too clustered together, unfortunately. Oh,
Body
works.
of 1.
Surface scan
Has high
complete.
biological value.
Okay, let's land here. Now, let's go to the sunny side. All right, that's the sunny side.
Orbital flight engaged.
Where am I? Come on. This planet might have some G's. Come on. Show me where I am. Ah. Can't tell me my G's fast enough. Taking a steady pace because if I underestimate the G's, I could easily get pulled down into the planet and crash.
Landing gear deployed.
Decelerate.
Low gravity warning.
Uh-oh. What?
Ship dismissed.
Hopefully I'm not stuck to the ship. Alright, I swear I was just looking at stratum. Let's turn off night vision. Because it's green, it should be easy to see. There. There.
New codex entry. Stratum tectonicus, Lime. Stratum tectonicus confirmed present. Base value 19.01 million, minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected.
I want to get that really attractive voice they used to have. Because I thought it was a free voice from Microsoft, the Zero voice, but they might have started charging for it.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Oh, that's bacteria? No, that's stratum. That's bacteria.
Second partial sample collected.
My dog is determined to get the last of my tamales. He has kidney disease stage 1, so I can't let him eat too much protein. I can let him eat the corn husk. The fiber is actually good for him. Let's do a flip. Can I do the whole flip?
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Boom! Like a ninja. Like a ninja. All right, the problem with my flip that I just did is now I forget where that
Sample collection
bacteria is.
complete.
Like I can't even see my trail because I flew through the air doing flips. Let's go over here. That looks kind of interesting. The temperature's kind of mild. 81 degrees below freezing. That's pretty mild for outer space. Huh. No bacteria here. Where's my car? Maybe right over there. Maybe they just travel in a straight line, the direction I was coming from. Oh, shoot. Ah! Boom.
Handbrake is on.
Got that 6th sense for the bacteria. Oh, you're still there. Oh, this is the place I was previously. I see the other
New
tire
codex
tracks now.
entry. Bacterium alcewonium, green. Bacterium alcewonium confirmed present. Base value 1.66 million, minimum sample distance 500 meters. First partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
I think I see some bacteria straight ahead. There. All right.
Second partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
There, to the left. Not that far left. About over here. There.
Check record.
love these green skies.
Sample collection complete.
Let's get in the car. No, put that away.
Shield activated.
Did the ship go away?
Brake is on.
I did not mean to dismiss the ship again. Come on.
Check recalled. Handbrake is on. Landing gear retracted.
It's saying that Kailupia? Kailupia? It's not a terrible name, but I could use some help learning how to pronounce it. JWEC 1114 AB2A. So we're here. The moon of this system. No, zoom in. I must be looking at it upside down. This one is said to have some biologicals. One of them might be worth $12 million. So it says there's 4, right? What's the difference between black? Okay. I think if it's over here in my Bio Insights chart, I'll use my mouse really quick. No. I need freedom. So I'm using this tool that plugs in. This is Elite Observatory Core. There's a hand. If you play a lot of Elite Dangerous, I highly recommend you get into the tools that the player base has made. But I think if it's light gray like this, that means it's one or the other. It might be Stratum Lamaxis. It might be Stratum Paleus. Bacterium. There's only going to be one stratum, whatever it is. Bacterium, and so the other one is Tussock or Bacterium might be there. But it is guaranteed, I think, to have Tubus. I think Tubus tends to grow in wide open areas, and it's very tall, a little easy to see. Concha is harder to find because it usually grows at the base of cliffs and inside steep chasms that are difficult to navigate. Still, it's worth going there just for the Tubus. And you do this so you can make a lot of money so that you can then go buy colonies. All right, come on.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 2, 1, engage.
Where am I going? Oh. Hey guys, I didn't see it actually. Um, yeah, bacteria is easier to find in a ship. I'm just kind of bored finding bacteria because I'm actually trying to go to, trying to get over here. But when there's a lot of players on, it has difficult mapping it, so I only set a point halfway. I'm trying to traverse the void between these galactic arms. Here's the bubble. So I'm quite a distance away from Earth. I actually would love to get back to Colonia. I think that's around here. No, this is Colonia, right here. I mean, that's Kochira, where I parked a ship, but it's right next to Colonia. This is like the closest carrier, and I'm on my route to another carrier, so I can try to catch up to the Farlees a little bit before I try to head back to the bubble. I think I'm just gonna hop in an airlock to go back to the bubble. I like the Ori map for plotting inside the solar system. So I can tell which planets are close to each other. And that makes it easier to like, especially if I thoroughly map the planets. I'm going so fast because I have hundreds of systems to go to. Let's see what this says. 126 jumps to go just to get to there. I'm not looking forward to this area. I will have to use FSD, I think, to get through that area. The jump range on this ship is like 30 light years, 35 light years. Light years. Yeah. I was a new player. I went to Colonia on a cruise ship, and then I flew to Sagittarius A Star, and from there I caught another ship that was on the route to the Farlees, but then I kind of got lost and missed the jump. And then I found another carrier that was just exploring in that area, and I camped there for a while. But now I'm trying to make it out to the edge of the galaxy again. I would love to get back to the bubble though, so that I can participate in other parts of the game. Like when you're out this far, you just catalog planets, and it's actually really cool. I really do enjoy it, but I would like to get back to dogfighting and doing the politics, and also I want to build colonies. I'm looking forward to getting a colony ship. I didn't realize the chat had been going on. I do have AFMUs. I got 2 of them actually. A weak one and a strong one. Very, very helpful when you're out here.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Body
so
of
what do we
Tule
got?
may host a new personal codex entry.
May? Alright, what are we looking at? Which one's worth the money to us? Okay. It's unusual for the stratum to not be as worth as much, because the stratum's often the most valuable. Let's get in there. Oh.
Orbital flight engaged.
This is a small planet. I think I underestimated how small it is. Alright. Come on. Rocket back to the green area. Holy shit, I am pulling as hard as I can. There we go. actually, yeah, as soon as I get back to a ship that has a store, I am going to get a Mandalay. Or I might get the Corsair. Is that the newest ship? They both look beautiful. But yeah, I've just been jumping star to star for a long time now. I would like to get back to civilization. Ironically, I think it's easier to get back to civilization by going further away so I can reach a carrier. All right. Now, Tubus tends to be pretty visible.
Lighting gear deployed.
Yeah, I think I even see some. A little bit further. Slow down, buddy. There we go. Yeah, I see some Tubus on the horizon here. Get down. Sometimes you gotta slam them down. I wish it was as easy to park a car. Alright, yeah, so refueling. I'm not actually that worried. Oh, so the Corsair's better at combat? Yeah, I actually like streaming this game. Oh, wait.
Warning.
I don't think I realized that that's Tussock. Alright, well I can get all the Tussock I want in just a second. But I see Tubus over there. Whoop. Do the flip. There we go. Also, what is going on? That is not the right data. Where's the SRV? Alright, I'm not going to question what's going on. Sometimes when the menus look weird and you start looking at them too much, you might induce a bug or something like that.
Tubus Cavus confirmed present. Base value 11.87 million, minimum sample distance 800 meters. First partial sample collected.
How much was the Tussock worth? The Tussock's not worth very much. It's so hit and miss sometimes because you will find worlds where every plant is worth so much more money. But that is not this world. There we go. That is the right menu. No, that's Conch. No, that's Tussock. Okay. You know, it's weird how much this place kind of looks like parts of West Texas. I mean, it's literally like spot on. Although there would be no limestone on this planet. Okay, I see some Tussock down there. To the left. That left, yes, that way. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. I did! This way. I didn't realize that. I usually have more energy directed to my engines just so I can fly longer. I actually forget how to use my guns, and that is why I didn't use my guns to shoot those things. I think I'll try that next time I have a mineral to use the onboard gun instead of getting out. You kidding me? I thought I traveled back. I like double backed. Point that at me. I do love exploration. I also do love the dogfighting. That's something I liked about this game right away.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 800 meters from previous sample.
I feel like I want to go back to Colonia 2 because I want to build colonies in deep space. And I am hoping that I can use colony ships in the Colonia area and expand that new bubble. I would love to build a highway to the center of the galaxy because I found some beautiful star systems in the core of the galaxy. Ones with like 2 Earth-like planets.
Second partial sample collected.
This is not far enough, I'm sure of it. But maybe those are.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 800 meters from previous sample. Sample collection complete.
Let's run over here and get that. So pleasant 225 Kelvin, 1/10 Earth's gravity. I think Antarctica is about 225 Kelvin.
Tussock Profigito confirmed present. Base value 1 million, minimum sample distance 200 meters. First partial sample collected.
Handbrake is on.
Fleet carriers are very valuable for exploration. At the very least, to be your own base, to go back and sell data and basically save where you are so you don't lose all the work you've done. So I definitely think fleet carriers are valuable.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 200 meters from previous sample.
But I also just kind of generally love space colonization games. Like Master of Orion was a 4X space game. So I want a colony for that.
Second partial sample collected.
Alright, let's do our fuel. Let's see. Kind of forget how I do that. There we go. Yeah, I got plenty of fuel.
Fuel replenished.
distance reached. You've traveled over
There.
200 meters from previous sample.
I'll just go straight.
Sample collection complete.
All right, I saw some stratum over there. Closest stratum to me. This planet is so dense. It's actually lovely how quick I'm finding all the plants I need. I think if I drive in any direction, I will find stratum. Oh, there's the bacteria. There's the stratum.
New codex entry. Stratum limexis, lime. Stratum limexis confirmed present. Base value 1.36 million, minimum
That's
sample
pretty
distance
cheap.
500 meters. First partial sample collected. Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample. Second partial sample collected.
Oh, my wheel got caught on something and spun me into that.
Handbrake is on.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Now, I usually would get back in my airplane, spaceship, and fly around looking for bacteria, but sometimes I just love flying through the air in my car, and that's how I spot bacteria from the air. I've noticed on this planet, bacteria is easy to see because it's so bright.
Sample
the-
collection complete.
Bacteria has a good color difference. There, right there. Has a good striking color difference against the dirt. I need to head 150 degrees.
Bacterium Orageus confirmed present. Base value 1 million, minimum sample distance 500 meters.
Yeah, I don't know if
First
people
partial
watching
sample
know
collected.
all the tools of this game. I think it might actually be worth bringing this one up. This ED Astro website also has some great maps, and here you can find carriers, especially DSSA carriers. And DSSA carriers are very reliable in terms of where they're going to be. Let me just upload my latest journal entry. So there's where I am on this map. There is a carrier out here. I was thinking of heading towards that one, but I actually had a harder time plotting a map to it than I did to this one, the witching hour. I also think there is a carrier over here where that green dot is. How did I ever figure out there was a ship there? Yeah, there's like a secret carrier right here, but I don't know how I knew it was there. I don't remember how I knew it was there. Weird. How much further do I have to go? Let me go look over here. Okay, I have to go 500 meters. I thought there was some way this told me what I was doing. That's the wrong button. Like it'll tell me when I go far enough, but I wanted it to just tell me how far I am right now.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
Alright, come on. Bacteria doesn't really thrive on rocky terrain. There's some bacteria. So it's also time to bring back my spaceship, I think. Just this button.
Check record.
Second partial sample collected.
Alright. One more planet in this star system has life, but it's just bacteria, and it's only 1 million, so I'm just going to take this. Oh, is that only my second bacteria? Dang it. I thought it was my third.
Minimum distance reached. You've traveled over 500 meters from previous sample.
If this takes so much longer, I will go back to my spaceship and use that to scout, because it's suddenly weird. I don't see anything bacterial. Alright, I don't see anything. So I'm going to go back to the spaceship and fly around a little bit. Alright. This is some rough terrain. So I assume I already scanned that, right? Wouldn't that be ridiculous? I might as well check. Yeah.
Handbrake is on.
Oh, ED Astro. That's right. edastro.com. Yeah. Elite Dangerous Astro. I think that's the most accurate. There's actually a couple different websites that offer similar services, and some of them are better at different things. Like there's a market one for tracking the price of goods so you know where to go with your ship to sell them. But I think ED Astro is the best at knowing where carriers are. And it's really good about plotting routes. But there's other route plotters that are also really good. Whoa, whoa, slow down. This flew right by one. There's another one. Okay. Let's just go to... Hey, come on, what the hell is going on? Somewhere around here. There. Don't know why it froze there. This game doesn't normally have these hiccups. I'm trying to like double my output, streaming to Twitch and YouTube. And I wonder if that's causing my system to have hiccups. As far as I know, though, it only uses one encoder and then twice
Sample
the
collection
bandwidth.
complete.
Oh, let's get out of here. Next star system.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging.
Should I aim at my destination? I'm not sure. From a planet's atmosphere into hyperspace. Although that planet barely had any atmosphere. Like 1 star here? That's a really kind of big star to have no planets orbiting it.
Fuel scan complete. Frameshift drive charging. Warning.
I didn't realize I was that close to the star. That sucks. A lot. Also makes it hard to jump away. Where is this star? Ah.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Temperature critical.
What did I do? Shoot. No, get out of here. What? Female. Exit. Okay, I need to do this. Alright. Do I care enough about this star system to actually scan it? What? They only have one signal? What? I'm so confused, actually. I'm gonna find whatever this is, but it's. Do they only have icy bodies? They're all gonna line up on the exact same spot on the radar? It seems wild to me. Not much to this solar system.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, what? Oh, thank you very much for subscribing. But yeah, go ahead and check out ED Astro, and you should go play the game. You don't have to watch me play. You can go play. I find ED Astro really valuable though for knowing where those carriers are while I'm out exploring. And again, the DSSA carriers are the most reliable because they're intentionally put out there by players to be like a waypoint for people out in the middle of nowhere. I would think the star system would be the kind that would have life. Has enough metallicity. They're all high metal content worlds.
System scan complete.
Carbon dioxide atmosphere.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, that's funny. It is nice to veg and actually just watch video sometime and maybe even see something you hadn't seen before. Sometimes when you're flying too, it feels like you're taking on risk. So it's good to take a break and not feel the risks.
Body A1A. Close orbit. Parent has high angular diameter from body. Body A3. Non-locked body with fast rotation.
Interesting. So that voiceover was telling me about interesting planetary orbits, because sometimes you'll get orbits that cause weird effects for the systems involved.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel tank complete.
Body A8. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
There's only one biological life form on this planet, but one of them could be worth $20 million. That's a strong argument. Oh, what just happened? I need that open. Don't close it. Discovery. That app accidentally closed. Oh, I didn't realize I must have just shrank it. No, that's not what I need then. Dang it. Observatory. That's what I was looking for. Accidentally closed it. Okay, yeah. I would say go ahead and try to stream, run like a test stream, and then go back and watch it and see how it performs. Maybe you've actually already done that. I think because I'm streaming it to both Twitch and YouTube, and I actually have no idea what's going on Twitch. I think that I've actually hit some freeze spots that I didn't normally have freezes because it normally never freezes. But I've had these like occasional. Normally, when I have those sort of pauses, I actually think there's a Windows update lurking in the background about to execute. I'm often surprised too about. I don't need like the full gigabyte of upload speed I have to stream. It actually only wants like 40 megabytes a second. I'm often surprised how low that is.
Body A7. Sulfur dioxide atmospheric landable with
This
life.
one might also have a $20
May
million.
host a new personal codex entry.
One more planet.
System scan complete.
All right. Get to Super Cruise for a little bit.
Surface scanned by 50%.
Body
Surface
A8.
scan complete.
May host a new personal codex entry.
It's only bacterium. I get that. It's not worth landing and risking my ship for just the $1 million prize. As in, I am not a slave to that. Alright, let's go to the other view. Alright, this is the other one. I don't even know why I use Twitch. I actually like YouTube. It's the only social media site I really use. Well, I kind of use some others, not worth mentioning. Um, just out of habit, it's like, well, if I'm streaming, I think I should stream to Twitch, but I never do anything there. The main reason I use Twitch is to watch live Warhammer 40K tournaments when I'm really into that. If there's maybe a really prominent player on a stream. Sliding off the view. This is another 6 probe planet. Well, that shot was a waste.
Surface scanned by 50%. Surface
Body
scan
A7
complete.
may host a new personal codex entry.
Well, it's just not worth the financial interest because it's bacterium. So the higher value stuff, it's just like my ship's hull is at 70%. Want to land for valuable things.
Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scoping.
Oh my god. Damn it. That was a big mistake. Coming too close. Now my hull's down to 68%.
Frameshift drive charging.
Come on.
4, 3, 2, 1. Taking heat damage. Fuel scoping. Fuel scoping disengaged.
Okay. I think I had enough of that place.
Body 3. Neon atmospheric landable.
Icy bodies.
Body 8. Neon rich atmospheric landable. Body 5. Neon atmospheric landable. Body 4. Neon atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
That might be worth visiting. On the other hand, I am enjoying how much ground I've made on my long journey. Maybe let's keep going.
Body 1.
Scan complete.
Meets mapping criteria. System discovery complete.
Let's get
First
out of
body
here.
to map is 1.
Frameshift drive.
This place almost fried me. War Machine, huh? In the War Machine. Ha. I mean, the carriers are pretty far away, but I'll get there. I heard War Machine is actually pretty cool. 40K has a problem in that they keep making new books, and like even if your army doesn't get a bunch of models, you're still always getting book updates. And they actually didn't used to produce so many books, but the books cost as much, you know, they cost quite a bit. I got pretty annoyed that they invalidated some of my books so quickly.
Scan complete.
Alright, we'll get out of here as fast as we can.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've heard War Machine is pretty cool though. It's a little more tactical. There's not a constant pressure to buy new things. Pretty much anything not Games Workshop doesn't seem to have that pressure. Back into the low mass star systems. Lots and lots of red dwarfs.
System scan complete.
Wrong map. Good Lord. That is a long journey. All right. I would like by to the end of tonight to be at 100 jumps to my next destination, which is approximately halfway to the next carrier.
Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Warning. Temperature critical.
These stupid red dwarfs. I'd have been at that other star by now if I hadn't grazed this one too much. Dang it, quit spinning around. I'm so confused. Am I like at the bottom of the galactic disk or something? Like, where I'm jumping seems to be really far. There we go. No, kind of am at the bottom of the galactic disk. I don't think I noticed that before. There's just simply not many stars up here. And you don't want to put yourself in a place where it's hard to get out of, because maybe you go too far low and then the galactic disk is not around you anymore. I'll have to think about that. I think my route is a little too dangerous.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay, I have to figure out where my escape vector is.
Frameshift drive charging.
There.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Not worth even trying to can't refuel with those stars, I don't think. Try to get somewhere where we can refuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, definitely gonna need a fuel star. They've been pretty consistent on this journey, so if this one's not a fuel star and it doesn't look like it is, I'll probably look to make sure the next destination is a fuel star, or I'll have to just reroute to a fuel star in the area. Okay, the next jump is a fuel star.
Frameshift drive charging.
Admittedly, normally I would stop and map the places, but I'm just moving now. too far away. Come on. A little too fast. Alright, this could take a while. But it takes this long because I'm so low on fuel. It's easier to go at a low temperature and slowly do it and not have to like maneuver the whole time. Hmm. $26. That's worth exploring. Those 4 stars in this system. 4 stars. That's a lot. I mean, Alpha Centauri, I think, has 3 stars. One of those stars is like 1 light year from the other. And it's not fair that it's all one star system. Because if you go to the galactic core, there's tons of stars within like 1 light year of each other. It makes it really painful to sail all the way from where you jump into to Alpha Centauri Proximus, which is 1 light year away. Because you have to slow boat it.
Fuel scaling complete.
Man, it's kind of dark. Hard to tell what's going on. They seem like cluster belts.
Body B3. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable.
Come on, planets.
Body B5. Meets mapping criteria. Body CD2A. Ammonia atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
Yes, this one definitely seems worth visiting.
Body CD1. Carbon dioxide atmospheric landable. Body BCD1. Neon atmospheric landable.
Okay. Come out, wherever you are.
Body A6A. Nitrogen atmospheric landable with life. May host a new personal codex entry.
The values of the two that are there actually, I mean, it's like 8.4 and 3.1, but that's enough to be an incentive. And because I'll be the first person to get them, I'll get 5 times that value.
System discovery complete. First body to map is B5.
Oh, I ain't traveling 500,000 light seconds. Holy crap, are you kidding? I mean, seriously? I mean, it sounds petty, right? But that is a really long time to sit and fly. Alright, this is a beautiful star system and all that. Alright, let's just go.
Frameshift drive charging.
I know, I was just saying how there's 2 planets worth visiting, but then one of the planets is 500,000 light years away, 500,000 light seconds away. Oh, that would just take a while. Let me figure this out real quick. How many light years is that? How many seconds in a year? 3 million. Or is that 30 million? So it's not a whole light year, but come on, wrap it up.
Complete.
Body B3. Argon atmospheric landable with life.
Not terrible.
May host
But
a new personal codex
I have
entry.
been kind of flippant about traveling star system to star system quickly. I might just continue to do that. One day come back for all these life forms. Maybe. I actually don't think I'll ever come back. Not to this star system.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know about Commander Arcane, but there's a whole expedition of people looking for green gas giants. If you go to this Discord, it's called the Independent Explorers Association, which I think you can just kind of Google Independent Explorers Association and you'll find an invite. And they organized an expedition to find green gas giants. That's the one that's going on right now. I was a part of the Farlees expedition. Where is the green gas giant stuff? But a lot of the green gas giant stuff, here it is organized by the Independent Explorers Association. Oh yeah, he's in it. Yeah, I'd expect that. I actually usually think of Commander Arsenic, I think. Isn't it Arsenic? Oh well. I'll have to check it out sometime. I thought, well, there's a few people that are pursuing that heavily. And obviously whoever maintains that website with the database. Another 11. But no. Oops, going back and forth too quickly.
Body
Anyway.
3. Neon atmospheric landable with life.
I'd love to discover
May
a
host
green
new
gas
personal
giant.
codex entry.
If I discovered a green gas giant, then the carriers would come to me, and I wouldn't even have to go searching for a carrier. I think that would be pretty funny. Yeah, that's right, Arcanic. That's the name. Yeah, that person is the point person for all things green gas giant questions.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive
Okay.
charging.
I'm getting pretty tired, so I'm going to sign off in a second. Yeah, I think there are only 50 or 60 found in the game so far. I read too that they were saying that in the chat, they were saying that 2 or 3 have been discovered this year. And it's June, so it's about, it's halfway through the year now, but it seems like people still discover them at a clip of about 3 or 4 a year. I would love to be one of the people that discover them. Because people like Arcanic remember your name. Arcanic was talking in the chat, and they just easily threw down the names of the commanders that discovered all the recent ones. Yeah, and there are some advice on how to better discover them, having to deal with like going to sectors with higher metallicity and but mostly I think just jumping from star system to star system is your best bet, but it is a bit like finding a 4-leaf clover, really a matter of luck. But I think there are some things you can do to increase your chances. mainly like going to sectors that have certain thresholds of density and certain minerals being more common, or maybe there's like just more metallicity.
Complete.
Body 4. Neon atmospheric landable with life. Body 5. Neon atmospheric landable. Body 1. Argon-rich atmospheric landable.
Where is that last one? There.
Body
System
6.
scan complete.
Neon atmospheric landable with life.
I am Orin Vex, just so I can spell it out. Yeah, there we go. Orin Vex. The slippery fish. Close combat, I am helpless. But I'm an elite exobiologist. Defenseless mercenary.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, add me as a person in the game, especially if you head out to Colonia and exploring there, because I'm going to head back to Colonia. I'll probably go back to the bubble initially, but then I want to go to Colonia and participate more in the politics, but I don't want to be in the very civilized areas. I like being in the Wild West a little more. I'm curious, I don't know what this squad mate thing is. I was curious what that is, if that's like a new feature or maybe something to do with combat that I never participated in before. These are all icy bodies. Not particularly valuable.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I appreciate it. I look forward to it. It's actually getting about time for me to retire, at least from streaming for a while. I'll probably keep jumping for a while, for a few more minutes. But just getting late where I am. So many red dwarfs out here, it's crazy. Am I in the void between galactic arms yet? Alright, might as well figure out what the last planet in here is. Oh, it's a gas giant. Wouldn't it be nice if it was green? Don't know what that sound was. There.
System scan complete.
Indisputably not green. Just out of curiosity, what does it say about it? A green gas giant will start with the word something like this particular. Not that one.
Frameshift drive charging.
I look forward to seeing your friend requests. I'm going to go ahead and sign off for the night. And I hope you have a good evening. And happy Saturday to everybody. I'm going to sign off for the night.